Metamorphosis. It's when the form or nature of a thing or person changes into something entirely different. A transformation, a transmutation, or an alteration. Metamorphosis can be voluntary or it can be involuntary. Well, today I'm here to talk about my very involuntary metamorphosis. Long, long ago, almost 20 years, and very far away in Saudi Arabia, my husband took us there with business, and at the time in Riyadh, in 1997, there were about 50,000 Americans living in Riyadh. And today, thinking back, I can see my then 35-year-old self, not yet fully formed, standing at my kitchen sink. And I could hear that 35-year-old me say out loud, I wonder how single working moms do it. How do they pull it off? And then it happened, my involuntary metamorphosis. Very few days later, my husband of 10 years had a massive heart attack right in front of my eyes. There was no life insurance. There was no savings, and there was a mountain of credit card debt that I was completely unaware of. And that credit card debt would haunt me for years. And at that moment, I felt truly so alone, so small, so insignificant, so vulnerable. I had been cut in half. My other half was no longer there. And I was really frightened and afraid and very much alone. But I wasn't alone. I had our 9-year-old daughter. I had 2 dogs, a cat, guinea pigs, tortoises, a whole menagerie of animals. And I had to leave Saudi. Then my sister flew to my side in Riyadh, and she offered me the most important thing ever, a home. I had no trade, I had no profession, I had no career, I had no real job set, no skills. I had to be different to break into the South Bay real estate market. How else could I differentiate myself? I mean, there's a realtor for 5 realtors for every man, woman, child, and dog. So I worked hard. I did open houses every weekend from 1 to 4 for 6 years. I put in the work. I did what it took. I still do. I work at it every day. And then at last, my career was kind of on cruise control, and every year it was growing and building. And then I was finally in a place where I could give back. I could give back to others. I could finally give back what people had given to me. And so I joined Rotary. I gave to lots of different charities. I became a mentor. I took on interns. I relished every opportunity I could find to give back. And that was so rewarding. And then just the other day, I'm looking in the mirror, preparing for this morning where I could be with all of you ladies. And I looked at myself and I said, Alison, you're 55 years old. And you know what I answered back? I am just getting started. So, in closing, when you think you can't, you can. And when you think that you won't, you will. And it is never, ever, 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 ever over until you decide that it's over. Thank you.